Okay, today we're going to have a little short lesson on how to record a video using your document camera and PowerPoint. So the first thing you do is you launch Sphere. It should be on your desktop. And then you click this button. It'll say record. It'll give you a 3-second countdown and begin recording. Okay? Find your PowerPoint. I already had mine queued up. Find your PowerPoint that you want to use, and you can just present the slideshow. You'll want to, if you want to be able to write on it, you'll have to put it in pen format. I like to change the color to black, and so we're going to start with, I'll just give you a quick preview of what it looks like when you write on your PowerPoint. Next slide. Okay. So this is something that I would do with my class, and I would make a video of this and as practice, and I might upload it to my website, or I might put it on YouTube or something for my students to review, or for those students who are absent. So, for example, I might say in Dragons, we're talking about fire breathing being dominant and non-fire breathing being recessive. So for fire breathing, we're going to say that capital F is the dominant for fire, and I'm simply using my mouse, writing like a 8-year-old, but whatever. And then lowercase f would be the recessive for no fire. Okay, and I would be talking as if I was talking to my students. Okay, so each one of these is the allele. Capital being the dominant allele for fire breathing, lowercase f being the allele for no fire breathing. Okay, and the question is asking to show the genotypes and the phenotypes. Okay, we don't want to forget anything in a question like this. So the genotypes are, the letters that are represented, the genes of the alleles. So we have the potential of capital F and capital F, okay, and that combination can only give us a dragon that is fire breathing, and a capital and a lowercase, okay, combination. Because there's a capital letter with the dominant allele, it can only give us fire breathing also, okay. And the third possible genotype would be the lowercase f, and both of those are recessive, so the only phenotype that can be produced is no fire. Okay? So, we've answered the question by showing the possible genotypes, okay, and the possible phenotypes, the physical characteristics. Okay, so how did you do with that? Okay, we'll go on to the next slide. I just hit enter. My pen is still in place, and so now we're talking about heterozygous. So if I were talking to my class, I would talk about vocabulary, hetero, meaning different. Okay. Heterozygous, they're different, so they're not going to be, both letters are going to be F, but they're not going to be capital, capital, or lower, lower. They're going to be the combination capital and lower for fire breathing. And it's crossed with one that does not breathe fire, and the only possible combination, we just saw that in the last slide, is lowercase, lowercase. So those are the two dragons we're going to cross. And it says to draw the Punnett square. And this is clearly why I am not an art teacher. Okay. I'm going to take one, capital and lower, cross it with lower and lower. And if you don't remember how to do this, remember to bring down the capital F into this box, and then bring this over, lowercase, and then bring this capital down to this box, and take this lower across, and then take this lower, and this lower across, this lower goes down, and this lower goes across, okay? Okay, so that's how that goes. And the question, though, we're not done. The question is, how many offspring will be fire breathers, okay? And so if we had 4 possible, two could be fire breathers because they're the ones that have the dominant allele. Okay. It asks you up here how many offspring will be fire breathers, but it asks you here what the percentage is. So you have 2 out of 4. That is what percentage? If you said 50%, you're right. An easy way that I like to remember it, here's a little helpful hint, is that when you have the Punnett square like this, I like to think of this whole thing as $1, and each square is a quarter. And so 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, and $1. And so if 2 of them are dominant fire breathing, that means you have 2 quarters, which is 50 cents and 50%. Okay, so we're going to end the little mini lesson. You can see that directly onto the power, and the document camera is going to be recording it. Alright, so what you do is you will hit escape now. Okay? Hit escape. It's going to ask you, do you want to keep your ink? Yes, I want to keep my ink. Alright, and then down here in the toolbar, it says you want to click this to stop. Okay? I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue on and show you how to finish it up, but that's where you would stop it. Okay? Stop recording. Okay. So from here, we will stop recording. Okay, so from here we're going to save it. Let's do file. Save it wherever you want to save it. Okay. I save it as a PowerPoint presentation.